Hello, I'm Carolyn, and this video is part 3 and using Interpolate subpaths to create rhinestone designs. In this video, I'm going to show the steps involved. If you've got a design like this butterfly, that needs a little bit of manual manipulation to arrange the rhinestones. I also changed the sizing of a few of these rhinestones so they were smaller. To start my project, I've just pasted the butterfly at the top of my page, because I know the path effects are going to be here on the top left. This butterfly is from the cards I made in a previous project, and it should be an object, but if I'm not too sure, I can just go path, object to path once more to be on the safe side. And while the butterfly is still selected, I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. Now I'll draw the circles that I'll use for the rhinestones. So I'll just draw a circle, go path, object to path, then I'll resize it. So I'll lock the padlock, and I might work with a 3.5mm sizing. Now I need to duplicate the circle, so I'll just make a duplicate. You can see I've got two. As in the previous projects, for this it doesn't matter where these two circles are in relation to each other. What is important is you select both. Then go path, combine. Then I'll go path, path effect editor. And in path effect editor, for new effect I want interpolate subpaths. So I'll select interpolate subpaths, then click on add. You can see I've got 5 circles, same as I've got 5 steps. And as I've already copied the butterfly to the clipboard, all I need to do is click on the icon of a clipboard, and my design is now pasted at the top left. So steps, obviously I'm going to need to make this higher, so I might just start at 60 and start increasing the number. Now I can see here in the middle that this is rather messy. What's happened is it's putting a circle on either side of the antenna here, and this is where the manipulation comes in. So we'll just ignore that for the present, and we'll just concentrate on getting the basic butterfly shape. So just keep increasing the steps. The main thing I'm looking for on this design is that I get the basic outline of the butterfly's wings. It just saves a lot more manual work. So let's just keep increasing the steps. So I might actually start with the basis from this. I can see I've got 96 steps, so it gives me a rough idea of how many rhinestones I'm going to need. This will change because I'm going to delete some of these circles. So before I can do that, I'll go path, object to path, and then I'm going to go path, break apart. Click onto a blank part of the canvas, and let's zoom in and start fixing it up. So for these antennae here, I can see that I've got 2 because one was on either side of the line. So let's just come along and delete one of each pair. So that's still a bit messy, and I can see that these are touching, which isn't really suitable for the design. So I'm just going to move these in. Now I could spend ages trying to visually get the spacing correct. So to save some time, I'm going to hold down the Shift key, click on each one that I want to align, open up alignment, and here in distribute, I'm going to click on this last one. It will make the vertical gaps between the objects equal. You can see it's just changed the spacing. So I'll do the same on the other side. Select the first one, hold down the Shift key, select the others, and distribute again. And it's just given me a neater look without too much effort. Now this one here still looks a bit messy, so we'll delete that. And I'll just move these up. Now I also don't like this little bit here, that when I create the design it's going to look like a little bit's missing. So what I might do is duplicate one of the circles and then just move it into place. If need be, I can just change the spacing a little bit. Of course, the steps I'm doing at this stage It's up to personal interpretation. Create the design how you want it to look. And I don't like this little bit here. So what I might actually do is put little rhinestones here. I could recreate this entire butterfly again in a smaller rhinestone, but as I only want a couple, I find it's actually quicker to just draw the circle in the smaller size. So I'm just going to make this 2.5 and press enter. I'm just going to duplicate this quite a few times, and then I'm just going to put them where I think I would like them to be. Get a few more duplicates. So I'm going to take advantage of alignment again. So I'll select the bottom two and align them to the bottom. Select the other two, align them. Then I'm going to select the two on the right. Let's move them over a bit. Select the two on the left and align them. Of course, you don't have to do alignment, you can do it visually, but I prefer to take advantage of alignment. So looking at my design now, with the smaller rhinestones here, I think I might do the smaller rhinestones for the antenna as well. So let's just duplicate one and move it up. This time, instead of duplicating each one, while I've got it selected, if I hit the space bar, I get a duplicate. So I'll take advantage of distribute again, just to save some time. So I'm going to center them equally. Hold down the shift key, select the left side, distribute again. So I'm quite happy with the look of the design. So I'm going to select all of the circles and go path union. And as I want to use this as a stencil to cut out, I'm going to draw a square. Let's change the color so we can see it. I'll send it to the back. I'm just going to select both parts, center it. While they're both selected, I'll go path difference. Let's make it darker so we can see it. And there's my project finished, ready to cut out. Before I finish this video, I'll just explain this butterfly was only really a simple design. If it had lots of internal parts, it would have been a lot more work, and maybe a different method would be more suitable. But whenever I can, I do use Interpolate subpaths because I know the circles aren't distorted while they're applied to the path. I'll just show a project I did to test out this file. Because I didn't have rhinestones at the time, I used glitter. So I put the stencil down and put glitter through in one colour, lifted the stencil and then put glitter of another colour on. And if you'd like this template for your own use, feel free to visit my blog at cuttingtime.blogspot.com and download this butterfly template. Hope you found this video useful, and thank you for your time.